I look on news, it is bad. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a royal rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They close the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work, oh. This close of border no work, oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more in Anubia. You hear more kind of man. Woo! When we are telling you, you don't know, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle. From the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusas. Medusas. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she will dry you and you become stone.
So that should ring as a warning to all of them that we are not joking. I do not believe in peaceful actualization or whatever rubbish is called. I have never seen where you become free by peaceful means. If you know, you tell me. I'm a student of contemporary history. I have never come across anywhere in history books where you get your freedom out of a peaceful process. It's never happened. Never, ever, ever.
Now, let me ask you, if you look at the
disturbs me. The people that will watch that video and believe the nonsense coming from you, the ignorance you displayed on that video, that's are the people that I'm worried about. The people, because of that video, they will begin to have adabamba. That is the people I'm concerned about. Don't always be in a hurry to attack Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is a destiny child. Simon Ekpa is a destiny child. Destiny child ambo. Is a destiny child. I don't think bad about people. I don't think bad about people. Okay? Akamudocha. Mana ihe nji wepụta ihe a. Ihe nji bupụta ihe a bụ ka ị maa na ihe anyị nwere m ya nwekarịa gị. Okay? Enwere m ya nwekarịa gị. Mana mmango ọfọ. Maka abụ m onwe m bụ ọfọ ka m bụ. Ọfọ ka m bụ abụ mangoro gị ọfọ. So eje m bute ihe a bụ ike ka m bụ ihe ike ebutere m ya ka ị maa na enwe m nwekarịa nke ị nwe. Mana mmapụta ihe bịa gọba ọfọ because I know. Do you know why I will not do that? I know that there are a lot of ignorant people out there, you know, and some of the things they do, they are not doing it on purpose. Like in Kaimekita, I know that you may not be aware of what you did, but after this video now you will realize that you did a mistake. So I will not come here and start laying curse on everybody. You are going to die. You are going to do this. You are going to. When the people I am going to lay that curse on don't actually understand what they are doing, what am I going to gain? My own job is, I know some of them don't know what they are doing. So what should I do? I will have to teach them. I will have to explain to them. Akoro awota, or akowa ewewota. So Mabiakita, they say, oh, okay, you let cost. I will have to let cost you back because I know you don't know what you did. Now, Imago, Edogongaya now, those here going, hey, he just again and them one embassy. Jay, your biko, your Harun to Biafra. Nda he deceive with your video. Okay, I'm going to play for this video again for those that are joining us now to know what you did, that you did a very wrong thing, and I will not lay cost on you. My brother, when you look at this,
wherever you are as a Biafran. I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiama to understand that the talk that we have today on the table is the defense of Biafra land. Defending Biafra land is something that we must do. Every hand must be on deck to defend the United States of Biafra. You go to social media platform today, you will see debates. You will see people speaking on different voices with different mind. All you have to do is to apply your common sense before you talk. Some of them are not talking because they love Biafra. They are not speaking because they have a point to make. They are speaking out of envy, jealousy, and to discredit the United States of Biafra. That is why they are making arguments. But I want to ask you a question from your own mind. Is there anything wrong in you defending yourself at this time? Is it a crime for you to be told to activate self-defense, which is your right? Why are you seeing self-defense as something that is not right? The greatest thing you can do today is to defend yourself, and self-defense is not a crime. Chukwu Okike Abiama gave you the power and authority to defend yourself, the same way he gave animals and plants. How is it a crime that the government reminds you of what you have forgotten and interprets it to you the way you understand, and also encourage you and empower you? What is wrong in that? International law supports self-defense. African peoples and human rights law support self-defense. Nigerian law itself supports self-defense. But they will always come and tell you lie to weaken you so that they can penetrate and take you out. If you listen to them, you are gone. And once you are gone forever. Self-defense is the right of every human being. And for you to apply self-defense, if you do not know how to do it, that is what the government is doing today to interpret it for you. You must use equal force that the enemy is coming with. Use the same force that the enemy is coming with to go against them and save yourself. In self-defense, you must use equal force. You cannot be facing somebody with AK-47 with something lower. No. Instead, engage him with something higher. That is why everybody must equip themselves. Anything you know you can lay your hand upon, this is the time to do it. Self-defense is your right. Do not listen to people who are speaking out of jealousy, envy, simply because they were not the people that mentioned it. It has become a crime. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told us to prepare for self-defense. Mazi Simon Ekpa told us that the time will come when all Biafrans will be authorized to bear arms to defend themselves. Our Prime Minister said it on broadcast, that the time will come. Seeing the blood that is being shed in Biafra land, seeing the way Biafra land is being invaded, do you think it is not time for you to prepare and save yourself? The Liberation Army of Biafra have limitation to what they will do. Their capacity is limited. And that is why the decentralization is being planned by the government, so that they can reach to all nook and cranny of Biafra land. But before they appear, you must do something on your own. My fellow Biafrans, this is the debate on all media network today. And I want to share with you a debate that was held yesterday. Some of you missed the program. I want you to listen carefully on what was spoken on this very program about self-defense. You are going to learn a lot. And as you are learning, share. Share. Make sure you involve someone else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share. Let us listen and hear the message and the discussion of the Biafrans on what to do and how to go about the self-defense. Don't deceive yourself. Don't fold your hand and say you're waiting for the Liberation Army to come and defend you. We must try and defend ourselves wherever we found ourselves. It is mandatory. Very, very mandatory. That was the bill that was passed yesterday. And this call for self-defense is your right. It's not as if that the government of Biafra is doing something that has not been done before. It's not as if the government of Biafra is saying something that has not been said before. This is your right. Your inalienable right. It's your right. International law supports you to defend yourself. African peoples and human rights law supports you to defend yourself. Nigerian law supports you to defend yourself. There have been several calls for self-defense in Nigeria. Our own will not be different. It is always known. We know that whenever we say a thing, they blow our own out of proportion, even though we are saying the right thing. But we are not the first people to make the call for self-defense in Nigeria. We are not the first people. I'm going to play you one of the most popular videos that we know, where a call for self-defense was made by the former Chief of Army Staff, Danjuma. It is in public. I want you to pay attention and listen to this call for self-defense.
Us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
This is one of the most popular calls for self-defense that we have online. The most popular call that we have. The man that is speaking here is former Chief of Army Staff of Nigeria. Former Chief of Army Staff of Nigeria. These are one of the people that fought against the Biafran people, that destroyed Biafran children's life, that committed genocide in Biafra land, Danjuma. A man that assassinated his boss. And he was rewarded. A man that assassinated his boss, Aguirre, a president. He was rewarded with oil blocks. One of the men that is holding us captive today is this man speaking. But when it became obvious that the enemy is on his own camp, because they cannot pray, they pray and say that they will face 100 times what we have faced in the Civil War. When he saw that they are at his doorstep, Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, came out before the whole war. This is the national TV channels. This is national TV calling people to defend themselves. He's calling for self-defense. Arm yourself. And he was very clear and blunt. He said, if you wait for the police or army to defend you, they are going to take your life. They will buy you. He didn't miss word. And he didn't say it in hiding. On national TV, this is channel TV you are looking at. On a program. Call for self-defense. And that is what you see happen in Enugu State. Exactly. They were told that the army is going to protect them. The army told them to go to sleep. The police told them, go to sleep. Nobody's going to attack you. Even when they have passed that information, they have that information. They were told to forget about it, go to sleep. And they went to sleep. And the army opened the way, even joined the terrorists. Joined the terrorists, escorted them to come and massacre people and take their lives. That warning that this idiot Danjuma gave was what played out in Enugu State. That you are just crying, everyone of us is crying and singing and shouting. There is no warning that we have not had. So when you see the Biafran government today asking you to defend yourself, it is to remind you, in case you do not know, that that is your right. And to pass it to law, you have to know that there is a law backing you up as a Biafran to defend yourself in that land. This is a former chief of army staff of the Zoological Republic, calling for self-defense before the whole world, not in secret, in the open, in their national TV channels. And he was blunt. He didn't miss word. He said that the military is colluding with the terrorists. They are colluding. That if you sit back and ask them to wait for them, you are a goner. This was on their national TV. But today, when you hear that the United States of Biafra government have passed the law that you have the right to defend yourself, bear arms and defend yourself, some of you will say, oh, why do you say that? Oh, this and that. Oh, you will come with different kinds of sentiment. And you think that will save you. If you think that will save you, I want to play this voice of Mazen Nandekano again. Listen to this voice of Mazen Nandekano. In case you don't know what you're doing, maybe you wake up.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
You heard that. That was Mazen Nandekano, the supreme leader of IPOB, speaking. In case you do not know. And I want you to hear this also from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, the Oputobi of Biafra land.
We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. And that aggression is self-defense. Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. And that aggression is self-defense. Nigeria aggression against us is overwhelming. And it is from different fronts. We are fighting a battle from many fronts. That is why every one of us have to get involved. Don't leave the responsibility to the Liberation Army. We all have to get involved. The Liberation Army will be there. You and the members of your family, you can see what transpired. Even the one that happened during the December period. The one that happened in Imo State, how they entered and massacred people in their house, in their homes, families and in-laws, mowed down without a fight. How can we be dying like cowards in our homes? It is important that every single Biafra, wherever you are, arm yourself. Let me tell you, there is no way whenever an enemy, a criminal, or a terrorist is going to an area that the people are armed, they cannot come anyhow. They will always be wary. Just like in a family, in any compound where there is a dog, a watchdog, criminals don't go there anyhow. In a place where there is a watchdog, criminals don't go there anyhow. And in the home of a man that everybody knows that this man has arms, everybody is aware that this man has arms, armed robbers don't go there anyhow. They don't. Armed robbers don't just wake up and go there. But when you leave yourself vulnerable, they know in your house you don't even have a cat, talk less of a dog. You don't even have a knife, talk less of a gun. They will just walk in and walk out. They will boldly come and even knock at your door. They will knock at your door and tell you to open the door. Boldly, with their boldness, they walk through your gate. You'll be watching them. How can you imagine being in your window, watching a terrorist coming with an ammunition in your house? You know that this man is coming to take your life. You will be watching from your window. You see the terrorist coming and you can't do anything. In your presence, they will take your wife, take your children, and take you. The worst way to die. That is the worst way to die. That even when you are dead, you'll be regretting. Even when you are dead, in the land of the dead, when you remember how you died, you'll be shedding tears. The worst way to die. You saw the death coming and you can't do anything. You couldn't save your children. You couldn't save your wife. You couldn't save yourself. Make haste while the sun shines. Now that you still have time. Now that you still have time to put something in place for yourself. Now that you still have time to activate something, to at least build a defense for yourself, at least to fight. Let me tell you, even if when you defend yourself, when you arm yourself, and in the process, you were able to escape your children or your wife, and at the end of the day, you lose your life, you will be dying like a hero. You will be dying knowing fully well that you have protected, you have saved a life. But when you die like a coward, before your own very eyes, in most cases, they rape your children, they rape your wife in your presence before they take your life. And I bet you, even in your grave, you'll be shedding tears. You'll be wishing that you were not even created. Why must you allow such to happen to you? Why would you allow such to happen to you? Here you see former chief of army staff telling you that nobody in that zoo can help you. Not the army, not the police. And we have seen it time and time again. In Benue State, in most cases, Benue people, they make call. Even the terrorists give date and time when they are going to come. And they will go ahead and come at that time and date. And nobody will respond. And yet, you are not taking this word serious. You think it's about me, right? You think it's about Dr. Ngozi Orebeze. Oh, why would she give that command? Why would Dr. Ngozi Orebeze come and make such command, give us all that? She doesn't have that. You think it's about Dr. Ngozi Orebeze. You think it's about Mazi Simon Ekpa. You think it's about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just wait for it. In your own case, you might not live to tell the story. As I said before, the victors of yesterday are victims today. Some of us that are victors today will be victims tomorrow. Except you rise up and defend yourself. There is no guarantee that it's not going to happen to you. And since that is not enough, I am going to show you another video where the defense minister in Nigeria also was telling people to defend themselves. These videos are online. They are online. So when we say it, don't think that it's something that is happening. Said it has been said before. Watch.
It's the responsibility of everybody to keep alert and find safety when necessary. But we shouldn't be cowards. At times, the banditry will only come with about 3 rounds of ammunition. When they fire shot, everybody runs. In our younger days, we stand to fight any aggression coming to us. I don't know why people are running away from mano, things like that. They should stand and let these people know that even the villagers, they have the competence and capability to defend themselves. But our own duty is to ensure no Nigerian is hurt and we're capable of protecting the integrity of this nation. And we will continue to do it even though we are so stretched.
Are you supporting the use of firearms by citizens?
It's an issue where probably even in the developed countries, they are still debating on it, whether to continue or not. But I don't advise Nigeria to start using firearms for personal use.
The person that is speaking on this very video, the person you heard that was speaking on this very video, is the Minister of Defense Minister in Nigeria during the time of late Muhammad Buhari. Defense Minister in Nigeria during the time of late Muhammad Buhari. And he was making this statement in their own region in the north, in the northern part of the zoo. You see, when we talk about this self-defense, some of you think, oh, why would the United States of Biafra talk about self-defense? Why would they tell people to arm themselves and defend themselves? These things are your rights. They are your rights. Nobody can take it away from you. International law supports it. African People's and Human Rights Law supports it. Nigerian law supports it. This is you have had the first one, former Chief of Army Staff. This one was Minister of Defense. While he was a Minister of Defense, he was making this comment, telling people to defend themselves. Why would you see a ragtag bandit and you're running away? Why would you confront them? Why would you follow her? And they ask him, are you now telling people to arm themselves? And of course, you don't expect these idiots to respond before the media and tell you, oh, people should arm themselves. He will not. But he has just said it all. He has told his people what he has to tell them. He said in the world, it's still under debate and under discussion in the whole world. So therefore, he cannot come here and begin to tell people to go and bear arms. Of course, he can't say that here, but he has just said it. When he tells you, why are you running away from bandits that are coming with AK-47? Is he expecting you to go with empty hand or stick or confront them with empty hand and stick? That is not what he means. He means arm yourself and defend yourself. He must not pronounce it. This is a Minister of Defense in Nigeria. A Minister of Defense in Nigeria during the time of late Muhammad Buhari was making this comment before the national TV. Before telling people defend themselves. But today, when Biafrans rise up to defend themselves, the politicians politicize it. The criminals that they call politicians begin to create security outfits here and there, right, left, and center, to witch hunt those who are trying to defend their land. Now you see it. This is a Minister of Defense. Let's hear him again. Hear him. Ask people, why are you running away from bandits? Why don't you arm yourself and listen to him?
The military alone, it's the responsibility of everybody to keep alert and find safety when necessary. But we shouldn't be cowards. At times, the banditry will only come with about 3 rounds of ammunition. When they fire shot, everybody runs. In our younger days, we stand to fight any aggression coming to us. I don't know why people are running away from mano, things like that. They should stand and let these people know that even the villagers, they have the competence and capability to defend themselves.
Even these people, we know that the villagers have the competence and strength to defend themselves. How will they know that the villagers have the competence and strength to defend themselves? It is because they are armed. Once these criminals see that you are armed, once these criminals know that you have what they have, they will be scared. They can't come. That is what this Minister of Defense is saying. that the villagers should prepare themselves, arm themselves. When these people come and see that you are armed, they cannot penetrate. Just like example I gave, that when you see a house where there is a dog, you dare not go there and steal anyhow. You don't go and jump into a compound where there is a dog. You know there's a heavy dog guarding there. You don't go there. Criminals don't go to the house of a man. They know that this man have a pump action, even ordinary pump action in his house. They don't go there because they know the danger of going there. This is why the self-defense must be activated now. And this is a minister of defense in the Zoological Republic confirming it.
But our own duty is to ensure no Nigerian is hurt, and we're capable of protecting the integrity of this nation. And we will continue to do it, even though we are so stretched.
Are you supporting the use of firearms by citizens?
It's an issue where probably even in the developed countries, they are still debating on it, whether to continue or not. But I don't advise Nigeria to start using firearms for personal use.
You have heard it. You have heard it. Every single one of you that is here and you are listening, you are watching, and you see what is happening here, and you are not concerned. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Because every one of us have to rise up and rise up now. Ourselves. We must defend our land. We must defend our nation. The time has come. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait for anybody. I have shown you evidence. Even in Nigeria, they were calling for people to defend themselves. Even in the zoo, they are calling for people to defend themselves. So when you hear the United States of Biafra pass that bill yesterday, it is a step in the right direction. If we don't do that, the Liberation Army cannot be everywhere at every time. Today, even developed country like the state of Israel, instead of Israel, every man is a military and they are protecting themselves. When there is an attack from the terrorists, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait until you have a reinforcement. You have to fight back. You engage them, and then the Liberation Army will arrive and take over from there. At least engage them. Save your family. Save your family. Then the Liberation Army will come and proceed and clear them off. Yesterday, another bill was also passed. The second bill that was passed yesterday is the bill to allow Biafrans to use their wisdom, their knowledge, to begin to manufacture instruments to protect themselves, to manufacture arms to defend themselves. That bill was passed yesterday. Biafrans have the right. We did that in 1967. In 1967, Biafrans were able to produce what they used to fight for good 3 years. And today, we have people that have wisdom. Our knowledge have increased. We have scientists today, home and abroad. And the bill has been passed yesterday. You as a Biafran that have that knowledge, you as a Biafran that have a blessed that wisdom, you have the right to produce arms to defend yourself and also help your neighbors to also get arms to defend themselves. If there's anybody around you that you can help, support them and help them. But self-defense must be activated to the highest level. That is the right way to go. We cannot die like slaves. We have to die with honor. If you fight, you will die. If you don't fight, you will die. It is better you die fighting like a hero than for you to die like a slave with your head down. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, every single one of us must be very, very careful in what we do. And we must pay attention at all times to everything happening around us. This is the time to be very, very security conscious. We must be security conscious at all times. Don't say you were not told. Don't say you were not warned. This is not the time to wait for somebody to come and save you. This is not the time to wait for any Messiah anywhere to come and save you. You must begin to learn to do something for yourself while the Messiah arrives. You must learn to do something for yourself. We don't have to leave ourselves, keep ourselves loose. You don't have to fold your hands and say, oh, we have the Liberation Army. They will do all the job. They can't do everything. The Liberation Army cannot be everywhere at every time. Remember, the government of Biafra is doing everything humanly possible to see that the restructuring of the Biafran army is done as fast as possible. And it is ongoing. It is ongoing. The politicians are the ones that are selling you out. The politicians do not want you to be free. The politicians in Nigeria are making everything possible to see that you remain enslaved. Today, when you see them acting and creating security outfit, it is not to secure you. Their security outfit is not to secure you. It's for them to use it for their own political gain. What is happening in Anambra today is that that idiot who called himself a professor is just trying to score a political point. He's only trying to score a political point. That is why he seems as if he's doing something. He's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. After he has succeeded now in imposing himself in Anambra State, and then he will relax again. And then the people he has given gun to use them against the masses will now begin to use it for themselves. How many security outfits has he formed since he entered into power for 4 years? For 4 years, how many security outfits has Soludo paraded in Anambra State? He had Ebube Busu. Ebube Busu didn't work for him. He formed the AVG. AVG didn't work for him. He formed the Akodo. Akodo didn't work for him. Today he's formed a new one again. Every single thing they are forming is aimed at their own political gain. And they are targeting their people, not even the terrorists. I have never seen Soludo parade terrorists. Just like he said, for somebody to come and say that every single kidnapper that he has ever arrested in Anambra State, that they are all Igbos. Soludo came to national TV and said that every single criminal that he has ever arrested in Anambra State, they are all Igbo terrorists, all of them. You can imagine a governor saying that. And somehow, you still think that that governor means well for you. Somehow, you still feel that that governor has you in mind. Somehow, you still think that that governor is working for you. You're on your own. The Biafrans has no representation. Look at the massacre that has happened. About it. The only thing they were quick to do is to come and tell the people, do not fight back. The governor was quick to tell the people, no, do not fight back. Don't respond. Just ignore them. That was what they were quick to do. There is no representation of the Biafrans anywhere in the zoo. more especially the Igbos. They have no representation. And today, the gate of hell has opened again. And this is just the beginning. You're just in the beginning. The Fulani terrorists are going to unleash more mayhem. They are going to come more. It has not ended. And that is why it has become necessary that we conduct this program. That is why it has become necessary that every Biafra must rise up and be part of this defense of Biafra land. We cannot leave the defense to anybody else. We cannot leave it to the government alone. You can't leave it to Liberation Army. Every single one of us must be involved. We must be involved. We must engage in this. We must be part of it. That is the way to stay alive and get secured. Because our enemies are everywhere. Our enemies are everywhere. And you know that the Liberation Army have limited resources, have limited manpower. We have 40 states. In that 40 states, they must be equipped. And they cannot be everywhere at every time. That is clear. They can't be everywhere at every time. Remember, we are fighting the terrorists in uniform. We are fighting the terrorists off uniform. We are fighting the kidnappers. We are fighting the bandits. We are fighting the non-state actors, the Asari Dokupo, and the state's governors are bringing into Biafra land. And we are still fighting some of our internal enemies, the internal enemies, those who claim to be with us that are not with us. You can see the challenges are enormous. So it is not something that you just take with a pinch of salt. Every single one of us have to get involved when it comes to the defense of Biafra land. That is why that bill was passed. 2 bills were passed. Bill for Biafrans to defend themselves with by any means possible. Get arms that you can use to defend anything you can lay your hand upon. Put it beside you for your self-defense. And again, the second bill for you to be able to manufacture your own weapon. If you have the talent to do that, go ahead and do it. If you have the talent to put something forward to support yourself and your friend and your neighbors, to go ahead and do that. We cannot continue to fold our hands. The atrocity of Nigerian government in Biafra land is not something you say. Sometimes people, I wonder what sometimes people will come and write us, or they will send me a message, they make a call. We should send this evidence to Amnesty International. We should send this evidence to Finland. We should send evidence to United Nations. Let me tell you, these people have more information that you can ever imagine. It is not today we begin to send evidence to them. Mazen Nandekano supplied numerous evidence to United Nations, Amnesty International, US, and some other government of the world. The massacre of Biafran people. Their evidence is everywhere that was submitted in the past. What did they do with it? We submitted evidence. The massacre of Biafrans in Tempo. The massacre of Biafrans in Headbridge. The massacre of Biafrans in Aba. The massacre of Biafrans that were thrown in Uzu River. The massacre of Biafrans during the time of Python dance in the home of Mazen Nandekano. The Obi-Igbo massacre. The Okuama massacre of recent. Even the NSAS massacre. NSAS that happened before them, every one of them saw it. What did they do? What did the international community do? Nothing. And yet you are still waiting for them. You don't understand that only you can fight for yourself. Really? Up till now, you do not understand that only you can fight for yourself. Nobody can fight for you. If you don't understand that, then you will never understand anything. If you don't understand that only you can fight for yourself and defend yourself, if you don't understand that, you will never understand anything. And that is how they rule. That is how they operate. the earlier we wake up and face the reality of the day, the better for every one of us. Because the atrocities of the Nigerian government is enormous. And we cannot continue to pretend that all is well. All is not well. But for us to protect our land effectively, for us to defend and protect our land effectively, there are certain things we must do. Every hand must be on deck. I say every hand. In defending Biafra land effectively, every hand must be on deck. Nobody must be left behind. Everybody must have a role to play. Everybody. We must not leave anybody behind. It is sad. It is sad. But we must continue. Every single one of us must know that this battle belongs to every one of us. It is our battle, and we will fight it until we win it. No matter what the enemies are saying, no matter what they are doing, we are going to fight it until we win it. These are the updates that we have from the United States of Biafra government platform on X. Is it? This one said, the update said, breaking. Laws passed for United States of Biafra citizens to self-defend themselves from reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigerian military and police uniform. Internal agent hired by delegitimized Southeast and South-South governors, Ebubago recruit Operation Udo Gachi and anyone killing Biafrans. This bill
that a man has right to defend himself in any situation, in any emergency. Just like Trump said that freedom is not given by government, that freedom is given by, is a gift from God himself. And that is perfectly truth.
To this humorous video again, this is an information with humor. I want you to listen to this humorous video again. This is an information with humor. I want you to listen to this information that is being passed. This information is meant, whether you are a pastor, an imam, a native doctor, a traditionalist.
So this morning they had this thing is the self-defense. And the self-defense, they passed the law in Biafra government yesterday. That is a welcomed news because self-defense is, you see house is born, you see property destroyed for no reason. And when they rise up to defend themselves, they turn them terrorists. And the world is keeping quiet. So that is why when every time I don't sleep, I will be crying. It pains me so much that the people who are supposed to come together in humility and humbleness and honesty to fight the thing that they're supposed to fight, the battle they're supposed to fight to free themselves from that kind of evil. Nobody, they started fighting each other because of selfish interest, because of money, because of power, and because of jealousy. They started fighting themselves, dividing themselves, starting from Wazike division, they separate for no reason. From Samanepa, they separate for no reason, only just for money, power, and jealousy and hatred, which is not supposed to arise in anywhere at all. Now, I was watching one this one on YouTube when the Ugandan president we are talking about during the time of Gaddafi, I think that was Gaddafi era. So they were the African, there are about 6 African countries. I don't know if it's North African or East Africa. They were on the edge going for a meeting because they don't want to support the West to bring war in what do you call it, in Libya. And this man, this Uganda president, said he was supposed to go to that meeting, but he didn't go, but because of one not reason. So, but he sent a delegate. He said as they were on their way for that meeting, all the 6 presidents were on the way on that meeting. The NATO told those African presidents that they should turn back and go back and not go for that meeting. That the NATO called them and said they should go back. These NATO people are not Africans. Africa is not a member of NATO. But NATO called them and said they should turn back and not go for that very meeting. They want to go because they want to stop what the West want to do in Libya or whatever. Then the 6th African president turned back, did not go for that meeting. So this president was saying that now NATO control the 6th African president and tell them not to go for a meeting to discuss what is in their own land on how to handle it. So the NATO, the Europe, the West, tell them you cannot discuss what is in your house. So that is what is happening in our place. And today, when they kill Libya and destroy Libya, what is happening today? Today, everywhere is full of evil in every Sahara region. That was caused by the NATO people because they know the truth and they refuse to do the right thing. So that is what is happening in Biafra land. So until the people of the Biafra people who think they want power by armies, who think they are hate, who think they are jealous, who think if not me, it cannot be another person. Until they realize what they are doing, then everything and all these things we are doing will not. It's only God that will make it to bring fruit. I am telling you the truth. Because people are jeopardizing every single day. If it is not me, it cannot work. Until that spirit is no more in our land, the battle we are fighting to defend ourselves and to be free from Nigeria cannot work. And I was thinking it yesterday night. I know that Nigeria have no more capacity to hold the Biafrans not to go. The people who are holding the Biafrans now are the Biafrans themselves. I'm telling you the truth. The Biafrans are the ones holding themselves. Because if you look at Soludo, who have formed many security and none of them worked. The latest one informed now is the one he called Udo whatever, which that Udo, he said, those Udo are the ones who said, we are looking for IPOB and the Eastern Security Network. Who are those Eastern Security Network and who are those IPOB? His family. These are the people he armed to go and look for, to kill them, not even to arrest them and bring them before just court. Let those people speak. Let the world hear why you are arresting them. Instead, he gives them power. If you see them, kill them. That is why they see a young man who was rolling his bike, and they just carry a bullet and roll on the ground and accuse him of dropping those bullets. Where those people drop it. But the assignment had been that if you see them, any Igbo man, any youth, kill him. So they see that guy running his a bike without nothing on his hand, only that his bike and his dog. They stop him, flog him to death, and they make sure they kill him. They shot him and kill his dog, and maybe take away his bike. And the Igbo governors watch those videos. None of them make comment today, because if you watch what that guy said after when he killed that guy, he said, "Is that not what we were asked to do?" They say, "Yes, that's what we were asked to do." So they were asked, if you see them, kill them, even when they don't have knife, they don't have gun, they don't have even a catapult or stone on their hand to throw. Kill them. That was the assignment. And they are on the president of that particular place, they say, "Is that not what we agreed?" They say, "Yes, that is what they agreed to do." What? To kill without even any reason. Just you see a young man who is fit, kill him. He is a Biafra. He is a security network. He is IPOB. Kill him. That is what justified them. So you see that this law that is passed yesterday, we need it for defense. Because maybe somebody might see them where they were killing that guy and he has a bullet or has his gun. He might hide and bring somebody down. And when they bring someone down, they will run. They will know that attack is somewhere. You will see them run for their life. Maybe that guy wouldn't have died. But because nobody retaliated anywhere, they don't have arms. Even they see people who have arms, they will run. They beat him at the end of the day, they kill him, and they say that is what we agreed to do. So this law that passed yesterday is a law that Biafra will need now and also in the future. So that is my own take on this. That very law that passed yesterday. My prayer is, let God grant us success. Let God grant the Biafrans
and yet some of us are taking it for a joke. Many people have spoken about it in a serious mood. Many people have spoken about it with jokes. Many people have used different kinds of techniques to make sure that this information is passed. But yet, some of us have refused to pay attention. Some of us are still playing ignorant, that they don't know what is going on. But we will continue to speak, and we will continue to talk. And I will share with you this humorous video again. This is an information with humor. I want you to listen to this information that is being passed. This information is meant, whether you are a pastor, an imam, a native doctor, a traditionalist, a Jewish rabbi, wherever you are, whatever you are, this message is for you. It is being preached with humor. Don't think that it's meant for a particular religion, a particular set of people. It is for everybody. Let us listen to this message.
Many kind of man matter no ogonada. Strapuzi by hapuzi ni pro here prosperity progress onwere ụlọ elu no la na ndị ani na ogo dakata hancha no na ntitore. Gbazie ndị mmadụ ha je kwadobe ọgụ ndị ụka gbane people si kwadobe ọgụ unu akpozira kpere Wednesday Tuesday Wednesday unu ekpezi na aka unu akwụrụ ọtọ aka unu adịrọ ọchị unu ekpezi na Chukwu arapụgoro unu ụka na ọgwara unu agwa na ya ga-arapụ unu n'ụlọ nsọ awa and ọ rapụgo unu na akakwụrụ ebe a na-akụ aka unu na-akụ dị empty unu akụzi na onwerozi aka unu na-enye nkịta unu akụzi na ebe pastor na-anọ na jet na-agba n'elu ndị na-akụrụ ya egwu anaghị n'ala na-akụ egwu ọnọ n'elu ebe pastor ga-anụrụ biri ezigbo ụlọ esi ya na-eku ya ụmụ ogbenye ya tụọ ego jee na-agbagharị ya fuel na jeneretọ ma ogbe ihe ache mụ na sọ ba atụrụ eji chụọ aja kedu ka esi wee were ụnụ chụọ aja na aka ndị jiri ụnụ chụọ aja mma ejiri gị chụọ aja na-agba moto 7 million 10 million naira ikwana ihe eje eluigwe ịnwe na ndị ụka ịfọ na enwe ebe unu ga-eje ndị si ndị ụka nwere ebe unu na-eje o onwekwa ebe unu na-eje o bikọz na-edekwara edekwuo na ọgaranya ije enugwe ga-adị ka anyịnya ịga na-agala igwe andị ngụ abụọ ọgaranya onwere ebe ị na-eje marakwa na onwe ebe ị na-eje andị ịkwena ka ịdodo ndị mmadụ ebe a gbana anyị ji akwadobe ọgụ onye bụrụ na ọmụ maka o nwere eso ụmụ ya debe n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na egbe ka ị nwere edo ezo n'ọgụ na-ada ọ bụ na ọgwụ ka ị na-agwọta aji egwọta ọgwụ ụmụ Izrel jiri gwọọ ọgwụ na Baịbụl ama mụ na amakwa nke a na ndị ụmụ Izrel jiri ọgụ gụọ Baịbụl wee bụ na akọba bụ prosperity and ngwongwo na ngwongwo gwana ndị mmadụ na-alụ ọgụ na Baịbụl ihe niile ha na-agụrụ gị na Baịbụl ọbụ mmadụ anọ ebe jiri ọgụ agwaghị ha na ndị Filistia na-ewe lụọ Filistia na ọdị n'obodo oyibo ọrụ na-afụ ụwa ka ọ dị Filistia na ọdị n'eluigwe ụmụ Izrel ewee chekwa nke ekwute ụmụ Izrel mgbe anyị dị n'ụmụaka iche ma ụmụ Izrel ọ bụ na eluigwe ka ọ dị nekwa Izrel ebe enyi ya na-ekwu okwu ya obodo dị ihe ahụ ọ bụ n'eluigwe ka ọ dị Jerusalem dị ebe enyi ihe niile na Filistia dị ebe enyi Corinthians ihe niile a na-agbaghị akwụkwọ ndị Corinthians dịka edere ndị ihe niile a bụ n'ụwa m na-aga na-agba nọ ka o mee o ihe mere eme ebe a ihe mere eme and o nwere ndị o mere n'oge fa so n'oge nke anyị anyị ga-eje ọgụ kwadoni ọgụ na ọgụ na-ada gbabazienụ ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada unu agbanwere ha weta ji weta rice weta nke a weta projekti unu emewara projekti ya zuo onye ike projekti gbana na nke emetere emetere ibegwodu gbana ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada let people get ready because na ọgụ na-ada ihe akịta na-abụrụzikwa ọgụ ụmụazị ndị Igbo be anyị mụrụ na anya ahụ ọgụ na-ada ahụ a na-ekwu na ọgụ na-ada ma nkunu si aghọta mụ na-aghọta ihe ịnakọta na enwude ga-ebere isi onye ụka egburu isi eti na akpa awa onwe ihe unu menwu enwude onye isi ndị ka na-egburu isi dọwa onwe ihe imenwu abịa n'ihu gara nwunye gị na ụmụ gị niile berezi igwe ucha ebere arabere igbubere onwe ihe imenwu kwa estel fara agwa gị kụbakwa aka ịtọkwa ebe ihe na-akwa ka a na-agwa ụnụ ka abacha na-agwa ụnụ onwe ihe imenwu onwe ihe anwa menwu a nakata egburụta isi ha ejirisi blak kpagharịa rituru mgbe ibi nọ mgbe eji bido igbu fara ka ha ji wee bido na-akpagharị na-eme protest oge mbụ wezie gị n'ụzọ ọma na ọ ga-adịcha mma gịnị gwara gị na ọ ga-adị mma onye ifuru ka ọ na-anwụ anwụ isi ya na ọ ga-adị mma kemgbe ọ ga-adị mma tell people na-enwere ọgụ na ọgụ na-akwado ịda n'obodo ọgụ na-ada n'obodo gwanwe ndị mmadụ ha sevubu ihe ha ga-eji wee gaa lụ ọgụ onye nwere ego were kashi gị tinye n'akpa na-esevukwu kachi na be gị ọ na-abụ ọgụ ada ị na-enye ndị agha onye agha nwude gị inye ego ọ ga-avalụ ugodi ego ahụ inyere for the moment ọ gwa gị na-awa were ego a na-azụgodi onwe gị gbaa ịna edere atụ ego a dị ijekwuo na bankị anyị na ị na-amakwa na ịkpatakwa aka kpatakwa ị na-esevukwa ego biko na bankị ga-efelu onye ọbụla mgbe ahụ maka na ọgụ anyị adada kịta eklozuo bankị agụ ewe bee gị ebe agụ ewe pịawa agha azụ so ndị ụka ka nna-achị gwa nka gbanị ndị mmadụ na ọgụ na-ada unu ekụziri ihe ọzọ na-agwa ha na ọgụ na-ada ọ maka ihe na nwudebeghị n'aka ka iji ekweta na ọ na-eme a na-enwute ndị mmadụ n'aka ọgụ na-ada ọgụ na-ada and ọgụ a ga-ada ihe edere na Baịbụl emere ụnụ kunu mata na ọ ya ada mana onwe onye chọrọ ịnụ ya kịta maka ọ dị ka na-azụta ego n'ime ahịa ọgụ na-ada tell people na-akwado ịlụ ọgụ ịgwaziri ihe ị na-ezi ya from January to December ofu ihe na-agwa ha ka ị na-agwa ha chenjere ha topic gwa ha na ọgụ na-ada anaghị agụ some part na Baịbụl ka ha wee kweta na ọgụ na-ada ịga na Revelation ọgụ a na-ada na edere ya na ọ ga-ada mana ị naghị like ịgụ Revelation ọfụ ma ịgụ Revelation ihe ebe ya agụ ebe dị gị important ebe ndị ụka ya nụ wee like ya gị enye onyinye Project Sunday enye nke ndị fa ndị Chelsea enye nke ndị Man U enye nke ndị General enyezie nke ndị a na-akpọ Jesus Zone ihe niile a na-enyekọcha ya mgbe ọbụla ụnụ na-atọ na building ụnụ na-arụ nke rụrụ nke a na-arụkasị ihe na-arụ ụnụ tozi na rebuild onwezi anaghị emezi ihe ọfọ o rebuild ihe nke arụrụ ochie arụgharịkwa ya nke arụgata ekpughepụ ya akụ ya parapet arụkwa ọzọ ụmụ ogbenye a na-ata afọ onwebe ebe ụka rụbara ihe rụba ụlọ ụka rụrụ ọrụ si ogbenye soro tụọ ego arụcha ụlọ ụka nwe ogbenye agụọ ya akwụkwọ gwa m ụlọ ụka ahụ the most expensive church enwe and the most expensive school enwere bụ ndị ụka nwunye Monday got to get Umogwe. Umogwe to say, and that one I may be better one is there. Carabundo Coto, Carabumacando Coto, Nego, Nanun, Carabundo Coto, Holy Ghost, Umogwe, in your Praga, Japanapan, the big man again, Haka, fire! Oh, fire, and the piano cham. Where do you win more on my own? At the Papropando, Mokoto, the Kissy, at the Papropa Haga, Guamaka, Price, and the game of Guel, and there, or Cota, in a Coco, because the rock when we go, Bronya Court. You're not a fire, and do fire, go no dagidre. Mugono, Alan Rocco, Hello Rocco, Alan Rocco, fire, Uruko Chanjabidre, Wakun, Chabo Fuchon, all fire, unit to the Borotan Joko, Kemba, Balos on a fire. I don't know we are about and you will move. You can't do when he passed. But in the mother is happy on that, but in the mud not gonna. But in the mother so one way. You look at that one, this man, Nimoya, a big Baba Malabogo, Kahaji, Brigodi, every day. Then every Nimoha Conky Mohanin, Negabanosonu, Nagabanosonu, Bogota Neluana. Neluana in the Cook, Hanina National Johnson, Nines Yabayana Boone. Still, what be here from what be here to Limapana, Hanina National Johnson Boone. You know, Azubi, you can or no police shop, open as long, then or go back at a big Zokita. I don't see you to Nobudunu, Brusono, Buriana Hajizot. When a Briana Hajizot, where a source here and I hold. Jesus on
You have heard this message is very, very raw, even though it is with emotion. It is very, very important. For those who don't understand Igbo language, he is encouraging everyone to tell the people the truth. Let them know there is war in Biafra direction, and that is the truth. Tell the people the true situation of things, that there is war. The war is already there. It is not a question that it is coming. When Mazen Nandekan was preaching the coming of this today, he preached, and people, some people called him a false prophet. Some called him a warmonger. They gave him different kinds of names. This message that this guy preached that I just played here, he made the message with humor. Some of us, we are very sentimental. We can get angry. Why is he talking about Christians? But you can agree with me that 80% of Biafrans are Christians. Good number of Biafrans, they are Christians. And most of the time when this life have been lost, many of them are Christians. The one that just happened now, you saw choosing church being attacked. Why are you not letting people know that there is war ongoing? Why are you shying away from telling people to defend and protect themselves? Why are you giving people false faith? There's never a time Chukwu Okikabiyama told you not to protect yourself. That is why Chukwu Okikabiyama have created us in his own image and put in us signs and signals and brain to make use. Chukwu Okikabiyama equally gave us self-defense. Chukwu Okikabiyama himself planted self-defense in human being. He put it in us. It is left for you to activate it. Not only in human being, everything Chukwu Okikabiyama created, he put self-defense in them. That is why when you catch an animal, you want to kill an animal, that animal will fight you. When you meet an animal in a dangerous place, the animal says that you are a danger, the animal will fight you or escape. Including plants, ordinary plants. When you plant crop, or anything you plant, and that plant is coming out and you saw that there is a stumbling block, either you put a block on it or there is something on top that doesn't allow that plant to grow, the plant will take another direction and come up. The plant will take another direction. Even if it's a flower, plant a seed, and you take something like a block, put on top of that seed that will not grow. It must surely come out. It will look for another means and escape. That is self-defense. In animals, every animal that Chukwu Okikabiyama have created, no matter how slow they are, no matter how fast they are, no matter how big they are, no matter how small, they all have self-defense mechanism that whenever they are threatened, they can fight back. Whenever they are threatened, if Chukwu Okikabiyama can create animals, create plants, and give them put that very mechanism of self-defense in them, put self-defense in every one of them. If Chukwu Okikabiyama, if God can put that self-defense in the other things that he created, how much more you that he has created in his own image, giving you brain, giving you senses, giving you wisdom and common sense. Why do you think that you cannot activate your own self-defense that has given you and make use of it? Animals are using their own. Immediately you threaten them, they are going to use it. Plants are using their own. Immediately you threaten them, they are going to use it. Why is it that you, that is a human being created in the image of God, cannot activate your own self-defense? You are still waiting for Chukwu Okike Abiama to come down from heaven and send angels to come and fight for you. It will never happen. It will not happen. Chukwu Okike Abiama cannot send legion of angels to come and fight a battle on this planet. He will not do so. He will not. Because he has given you the wisdom, the knowledge, the mechanism to protect and defend yourself at any point in time. If you refuse to activate that self-defense, it is your business. You are going to die. It doesn't matter how righteous you are going. It does not matter how righteous you are. You must learn how to use your own self-defense. Everything that Chukwu Okike Abiama created, he placed in them self-defense. Why is it that the people, the reverend fathers, the pastors, the imam, the rabbis, the native doctors, why are you people not telling people the right truth to activate that self-defense that Chukwu Okike have given them to defend themselves? Why are you still allowing people to depend on where there is no hope? Putting their hope on where there is no hope. There are things you can do for yourself to defend yourself. Today, the United States of Biafra government is reminding you once again, that it is time for you to rise and defend yourself. Anything you can lay your hand upon, anything, no matter how small, no matter how big, no matter how strong, no matter how sophisticated, that you can lay your hand upon, get one to defend yourself. Die like a hero with honor. Do not die like a slave. Die with your head lifted up. Don't die with your head bowed to the enemy. Why are you people not saying the right word? Every one of us that is watching this program today, we have to carry this message, share this message to everyone. Very, very important. The United States of Biafra government has ordered everybody, passed a law for you to activate the self-defense in support of the government. That does not mean that the Liberation Army will not do their job. The Liberation Army are preparing heavily. The decentralization is still ongoing. The recruitment is still ongoing. Building the forces of Biafra is ongoing. But in doing that, every hand must be on deck to defend and protect our land. Most importantly, to secure our life. The primary objective of every government is to save life and property. Every one of us must rise up. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to be with us and direct us right. As we are rounding up on this program, my beloved brother Greg, if you're still there, please kindly give us a closing remark and word of encouragement to Biafrans while we close the program.
Yes, thank you so much, brother. We will continue. The video you showed just now remind me, when they are talking about self-defense, some people don't understand the self-defense. The self-defense is supposed to be in every single thing, in every single, in the family, in the business, and in the community. So, in every church, the church have to equip their own security. Anytime church is going on Sunday, then they normally have service on ordinary day. They will not lack security. And they will make sure they have light and security camera. And equip those security people with gun. Let every churches in Nigeria go and meet the governor to sign them gun for them to equip their security. That's number one. Number two, let every market, main market or change, also let the market, let the market, let the local market, every organization in Nigeria have a security to protect themselves and have gun to protect themselves from the Fulanis. And not only gun, let every market in Igbo land open boreholes in every four corners of those business places. Since the government cannot provide them firearms equipments for any fire outbreak, let them open every four corners of that places, boreholes and tanks and very long pipe, and be ready in case if there is any fire outbreak. They will pump water and use and form the what do you call it, fire extinguisher on their own, because the government is not ready to help them to do that. They have so much money because in every market chairman, they will not only be stealing money from the people, money people contribute only for going to burials. They have to use that money for themselves and equip themselves with gun and prepare for any fire outbreak. They open boreholes and tanks. They don't wait for government to come and bring them fire extinguisher before, if there's any market that is having problem, for them to use it and quench those fires. They will equip themselves with those firearms so that even if there's nobody there, the security will be able to use those fire extinguisher, natural fire extinguisher they build on their own with those boreholes and quench fires if there is any eventuality. And the same in the church we do. Because government of Nigeria is 100% not ready to help any of them. So let them start opening boreholes in their business, in their markets to prepare for any eventuality of fire. Not every time we'll be hearing my market the burn or the burn, nobody will be able to quench it. But if they build, there's put boreholes. Not 700,000 can make boreholes. 1 million, 2 million can make boreholes in every part of our Chanja, on the Chinese market, on Aba, or in Port Harcourt, in nowhere. Those things they will get themselves, but not every time they say market the burn, and this one burn. And no, there was no fire extinguisher. Nobody will help them. So then our people start applying self-defense in everything. They more better. And that reminds me again, because when we are talking about the churches in our homeland, like a Catholic church and every other church, when they will be blaming the pastors and the priests because they're not speaking out, we might say, yes, they're not speaking out because they're afraid of the government in the grant of any eventuality. But what about our pastors and the priests that are living in the Western world? If you come like in Germany here, almost half of the priests now, our places, if we don't have more, we have more than 1,000 self. And all these priests, they don't meet less privileged people. What I mean by not meeting, I mean they have opportunity to meet the people in power in this land. They have opportunities. Most of the priests here have opportunity to meet the senates, the people of the house in every government, because they go to anything they do. This is a Christian land. So everything they do, once in a while they go to church. Either for government public holiday or government whatever, they will invite those priests who will come and hire them to celebrate mass or church or whatever. So they're in a position to be talking about Biafra as well. They're in a position to tell the world what is happening in their land, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it because they don't want. I don't know. Sometimes I cannot understand the reason why they are not telling their congregation what is happening in their land. Those ones living in America, those ones living in Germany, in France, in London, most of them come here to study. They go to parishes, they hold their parishes, and their people don't know what is happening in the land where they're coming from. And every morning, every Sunday, every Mass they celebrate our church, they will pray for war in Ukraine, and they will pray for war in what do you call it, in Palestine and Israel. And they forget to tell about the war that is going on in their own land. They don't pray for Congo, they don't pray for the Biafra, they don't pray for Cameroon, but they will always pray for what do you call it, for Ukraine and for Palestinian, because these are where the white people are dying. And they're not bringing these things, what is happening in their land, to the people who they are, to their congregations. So, had it been where a priest is having an opportunity to celebrate something like the chancellor of this country, because they had the opportunity, they have the 100% opportunity, and he said, "Pray for my land. My land is is on the trouble just like Ukraine." They will sit back and say, where do you come from? Because you have people who are very, very interested to ask that kind of question when you raise such issue. They ask him, where do you come from? He said, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Biafra. They will start questioning from there. They will start knowing what is happening in your land. But some of our priests here are not doing it. Instead, some of them will be cajoling people who are fighting for the freedom of his people. And telling you the Nankan is doing bad or someone is doing bad, killing people, supporting what the Nigerian evil government is telling them, which is not right. So I want to use the opportunity to send this message to them that are living in the world, outside Nigeria. Let them talk, bring up the message to their pulpit and tell the world what is happening in their land. And I want to encourage our government, the Biafra government, that anytime they're having some negotiations, some of those reverend fathers, those pastors, those reverend sisters who offer themselves in this service, anytime they are going for any negotiation, let them include them. Let them go on their attire as a priest and a reverend sister, the pastor, whatever. Let them include them. Let them go there and speak. Yes, I am a priest. What these people, this government is saying about what is happening in my land is true. And that is why I include myself to come and see you as a senator, for you to know that I am a priest. I'm serving in so place. It's not an evil thing. So what is happening in our land is true. So the government is supposed to be including them, even if they're not a member of the government minister or whatever. But anytime they want to go for those kind of negotiations, let them invite them to accompany them to go. That is what I'm putting to the government today as a suggestion. Thank you, and God should bless us and give us more strength and more courage to come and speak up for what is happening in our land. That is the area we can participate and afford. In the moment, we cannot carry gun because we are not in the home to carry gun. And those who are carrying gun, I will always ask them, think before you volunteer yourself as a Biafra to fight with gun. Think very, very well. Am I going to carry this gun against my brother or my sister, or to betray? Think very, very well. And God will be your strength and the strength of the people in any area they're contributing. That is my prayer this morning. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Thank you so much. You have spoken well, and you have made a very great suggestion this morning. And I believe that the members of the cabinet are listening, and I believe that people of the world are also listening. Our brothers and sisters that are serving as clergy outside Nigeria, we have a lot of clergymen and women that are serving in the United States, in the UK, in all parts of the world, all states of the world. We have in the West, we have people serving as clergy. They should not just leave out this job. There is nothing, it's not criminal to ask for freedom. Fighting for your freedom, in fact, is one of the religious things you must do. Is one of the greatest religious things you must do, to fight for the freedom of your people and let them get free. So they should join also and make their voice heard, and the government will equally invite them where necessary to help and talk to the people who matters in their area, to the authorities that they can be able to reach to speak about the situation, not only praying for Western world, praying for Western countries while we are here losing. And my brother made a very good point. Most time you see people praying for Ukraine, but they don't talk about Amazonia. They don't talk about Biafra. More people are dying in Amazonia and in Biafra than in Ukraine. There is more attack and more frustration in Ukraine and in Amazonia. But you will never see all these African countries or African bishops or whatever living abroad talking about or reminding in prayer. But they are very quick to remember other people. It is sad. And we have to change that kind of ideology. We have to change that narrative. We have to begin to think about our own. Begin to present our case before the whole world. If you don't talk about it, nobody's going to talk about it. If you don't speak up for yourself, nobody will do. That is how the world operates. It doesn't matter what you are suffering. Once you don't make a step to say something, nobody's going to listen to you. I welcome my beloved brothers. I see Apostle Stephen and my brother Maxwell just joined us while we are almost even getting done. So my brother Maxwell, go on and speak after you. Then Apostle Steve will now take the stage. My brother Max, can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you so much. And good morning to you. Good morning to my two brothers in the studio. Good morning to each and every one of you in the comment section. Like and share so that others will have the privilege to watch it and join us as well. And may God bless each and every one of you for what you are doing. Mazen Namdekano, Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, our men on the ground, the Biafran Liberation Army or Defense Force, everyone that is contributing one way or the other to secure that gracious land. May God continue to bless you as you do that. Those that are also contributing, may Chukwu Okike provide for you more so that you will give out to sustain the fight. You see, I just want to go straight to what my brother was saying. You see, the Nigerian system has made it in such a way that they have incapacitated you and, made your enemy that they are colluding with. The enemy that T.Y. Danjuma spoke about that they are covering and so on and so forth. More deadlier than our people, no matter how we do it. There is no way on this earth that you are going to challenge a man who is bearing 30 rounds of ammunition, live 7.62 mm caliber, NATO specified, that is AK-47, that has a killing range of 300 meters. I've been saying this. And a traveling range of 1.8 kilometers, 1,800 meters, against someone who is carrying a pump action gun. It is suicidal.
Absolutely.
We discussed this thing the other day in Sister Linda TV show. You and I, we were there together when we were talking about this in Massachusetts. Yes. It's better that you do not go. That is what Nigeria has done. They knew that by the time they take out even that pump action that you have from you, you are empty, you are unable to defend yourself and anybody that is around you. How do they issue licenses? How do they issue licenses for people to bear arms? And the arm that they are going to give you doesn't have a travel distance of up to 100 meters. Pump action is about 75 meters. It doesn't go far. It is only meant to hunt games. That's all. That's all. Or what we call close quarter battle. The bullets, the rifles that are made for sophistications is AK-47, FN rifles, G3s, and the rest of them, general purpose machine gun. These are the ones that are made for professionals. And this is the thing these people are using to come after us. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? You see, I will advise our people, no matter how hard it is painful that the Nigerian system had made us, very, very soft and docile. through their policies. I would have loved a situation where our people will be able to carry the equivalent of what these people are also carrying.
Absolutely, that's what we want.
The equivalent of what that was what Ned Woko was campaigning for. Let everybody bear arms. Equivalent to what you cannot be carrying arrow, then I'm carrying knife, cutlass. When you shoot your arrow will fly to come and meet you. But it is only when I get closer to you that my knife will be effective on you. Our people, no matter how hard it is, there is a way we can do it. But these people, once they discover that you are also equipped in that manner, they will now call in their security in uniform, the terrorists in uniform, to come and begin to ransack the whole place to pick it. But you will know how to handle them if you have one. Keep it safe if you have one. Use it decisively if you have one. This killing can no longer go on. The people they killed in the church, our people have refused to understand the system that is going on in Nigeria. Is it aware in the Yoruba land, Oduduwa land, they went inside a church, I've forgotten the name of that place, and killed people in that church. They killed a lot of people in that church in Yoruba land.
Yes.
That made a talking point, that became a talking point of the world in the news and so on and so forth. Our people, were you sleeping? Our people in our land, were you sleeping? Don't you know that thing that has affected that particular place will also come to us depending on how these people roll?
Definitely.
They are being facilitated. They have an agenda that they are carrying out and they want to carry out. Are we going to wait until the Biafran Defense Force alone do the whole thing for us? What is the population? What is the strength of our people? You have to do something to help them. Because I said, was it 2 days ago, that there is no way they will be at every point in Biafra land every time, because they are not spirit. They are not spirit. If you see the way these our people operate with the meager resources that is within their disposal, you will know that these people are putting extra force to do what they are doing. They need to be supported by your own actions. Even if you are able to get a pump action, use it on defensive mode. I know when they fire, it will come. But how tactical are you to defend them, to defend yourself? Look for something stronger that can protect you. I'm giving you this thing because this killing is too much. This killing is too much. If you are holding that pump action and you are 4 or 5, when you see these people coming, do not, attack them. Allow the people that are there for them to run away. Allow the people that are there for them to run away. Do not allow them for them to excuse you from that particular place, if possible. And take a very solid cover. Take a very solid cover. Because that bullet you are having, you see there, they are firing. Anything below 200 meters or 100 meters, it will penetrate into a 5 inches block and go through the other side. That thing is within the killing range. It will penetrate and pass the other side. And when you see them, they are carrying such weapons, those automatic rifles. Please, my people, find a very solid cover. Remember also that it's hard, it's difficult for bullets to capture anyone that is lying down on the ground. And when you are lying down on the only time that you will have advantage of them is when they come close. And remember that the pump action that you have is in cartridges. It goes in cartridges, not in balls. It sprays because of the balls that are in it. It sprays. It sprays. It has a radius. But the AK-47 is a ball that is coming to you, single bullet that is coming to you, but very deadly. But it will be very, very difficult for bullets like that to capture anyone that is on the ground. Lie down and defend yourselves. If you have more, they will go away. Rather, maybe you can even get some of them. Our people need to be trained. This is how they are training even their wives, their women in the forest. I do not know how our people will be trained on how to manipulate these things and use the environment that you find yourself to your own advantage. It's not easy. It is not easy, but you can do it because life is involved. Life is involved. You have to save yourself first before you save your neighbor. If you are unable to save yourself, your life is at risk, and that of your neighbor is at risk as well. That is the reason why I do not know the level of weaponry that they have that they can use to defend themselves. I will suggest that if they are carrying AK-47, equip yourself with AK-47. The best man with the best marksmanship, with the best tactics will win. And with the best shot will win. And do not fear about anything. There is no juju when it comes to bullets, unless you are on the wrong side. If you are on the wrong side, you are fighting an unjust war, it will happen. But if you are fighting a just cause, if they take you, it is the will of God. So I ask every one of you, find one way or the other to protect your life first before you protect those that are behind you. And support. Do you live in that land? You know the terrain. A stranger do not know the house in which a dead body was bathed. How do you want to tell me that these people that doesn't know your terrain will come into your own land and begin to do these things? Or is somebody leading them to the place? What is happening? Is it someone that is leading them to come and commit this crime on our people? How can a stranger just march from different places and enter into a place that you are not conversant with and begin to ransack people and find it easy again to go away, to escape? Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. But that's may be. Please find one way or the other to protect yourself. That is the only thing we have to do. These killings are too much. The Biafran Defense Force cannot be everywhere at every time, at all the time. We have to support them. That's the only thing I will tell you, because I don't want to go deep, because this is this is not our platform. It is being monitored. There are some certain things I need to say that I cannot. I'm restricted, from saying here. Okay, so God will always help us as we are also trying little by little to help ourselves. That is the only. We are in a very difficult situation as a church. We're in a very difficult situation, money-wise, equipment, and everything. But if we will be able to support this, contribute the much you can, God will definitely multiply it for us. I remain your Okene, and I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for having me. And my apologies for coming late. There are quite a lot of things I was taking care of. Thank you so much for having me. I yield.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I wish you a very quick recovery. I can see your voice is still a little bit shaky. It's not yet okay. Thank you for taking out that pressure. Even in that condition, you are still taking out your time to speak on these issues, which is more especially your own area of specialization. I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much, and I wish you a very quick recovery. Thank you, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. Pastor Stephen, let's hear from you, Pastor Stephen. Let's hear from you. Drive your own issues.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jews. Good morning, my brother. I appreciate everyone in the house, and I thank God for the Biafrans. I thank God. One thing I want to say is that it is a crucial moment. It's a dangerous moment we are into. But yesterday, I said it yesterday. Until there's a time a woman contraction is not a time of delivery. So a woman contraction is not the time of delivery. From the one the woman conceived, he has started feeling pains, but there's a joy in her protecting the baby. And so we will continue carrying it. If upon is not, he know that her body is not sweet. It's not sugar, but at least he will continue maintaining it, protecting the baby, because he won't born the baby. So I want again to thank God. I still continue praying for the cabinet and the pilot that is sitting on the seat now. And I continue praying for more wisdom upon them and understanding. And I still say to God, to understanding for all Biafrans, that this is a time we need, everybody need each other's support. And the one thing again I want to say is that understanding is differs. Understanding differs because the issue of self-defense. Self-defense is very important. Yesterday I was following the meeting and following their conversation. It was, some are saying no, some are saying that it will be a moment when Nigeria government will rise up to do something different. Government that will come now, it will kill. It is not true. It is not true. It is not true at all. This step taken, it is a bold step. That we know that we have risen. Instead of me to sit down, you come and kill and go freely. It must be there. You know that it is a journey. You come. So in the issue of self-defense, a bottle is enough for you to disarm a man. Yes. As far as you are not visible with him, God will give you wisdom. That is one thing. As far as even a stick, okwu nwere ike ịkpọ mmadụ nọ na-agba ọsọ n'obu egbe na-achụ mmadụ ọzọ fie ụkwụ ọ dakwa otu ahụ ka the end bịakwara. So when once a person that is pursuing the parable in Igbo land say the one that pursuing chicken will be falling, while the chicken will be jogging, will be running and finding his way. So ocho wako get very ladder, wako get very also. That is the point, and I thank God for the whoever that bring that bill yesterday. It is a bold step, because passing that bill is very, very important. We are not the cabinet is not the first people that begin to talk about self-defense. You have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. Yes, the weapon to defend yourself like them has not been, but at least defense starts from your heart. When your heart, you made up your mind to defend yourself, that is when the enemy will begin to run away. That is enemy. The day enemy will know that you are not like that person. I remember the time I was growing up, whenever I come to that boy's house, he would have a person I see you will tell me go back house, go back to your house. My junior brother will be hollering. Say, what happened? Why should this boy? I said, I don't want a problem. He was doing it many years until one day they say, let us do wrestling or Ibreji Bamba. I don't want to do it because it's so turn to fight. I raise him up and knock him for ground. From that day, I remember all the things, nonsense he have done before. I take sand and put in his mouth. What am I trying to say? That this is our time. This passing this bill is giving us morale to defend ourselves. Yes. It's very, very, very important that we know that the whole land of Biafra is not safe anymore. That they kill and go free. It is they will still come again. And let me say this again: it's not only defending ourselves from Fulani. We are defending ourselves from these young evil boys the government paid, who comes to mess up in the land.
Yes.
You are defending yourself. A person carrying a bike was going to fetch water and they catch him. Such kind of people, and was gallivanting around in the street. These boys, some speak Igbo, some speak Cross River, some rivers, all those things, which means that they are Biafrans. That was as Sheikh Gumi said that they should recruit them and let them fight themselves. That is what they are doing. Defend yourself with whoever that you know that carries gun and you are not doing anything against him and he want to kill you. Defend yourself. However, you can defend. If you see them in the group, we know the kind of those boys. It's not only Fulani. You don't want only Fulani, because these people that they recruited, like a bag them, they are doing much harm. They are not securing you. They are after you, killing you. It seems like the blood of their brothers and sisters are giving them morale. They cannot go and fight Hausa people, but they recruited them to fight their own indigenous people. So it is all about all around defense. All around defense. We are not waiting for only when the Fulani comes, because they may come once in a while. But these people that are being recruited, it is coming every day. They have made it a point of duty to come every day. Brothers and sisters, God will be helping people in diaspora, everyone who have 1,000, and those who have the money in the Biafra land, who choose not to do anything, God will touch their heart, because this battle, that's now has passed Tabanakaba. It don't pass them. Yeah, it is a dance of Egun Chakasiaya. Just jaka. No, a woman not the hold his breast again to dance. They cannot dance. So everyone must rise up. God is helping Biafra. It is a new government, and this new government is not doing bad at all. They are doing, upon all these circumstances that face them, they're still pushing ahead, and God is setting things in order. God is putting things in order. I pray that everyone in Biafra land, God will give us wisdom to defend ourselves. And God continue giving this woman and his cabinet, everyone that bringing suggestion, everyone that doing something that see that the land of Biafra is secured, and the Biafra government is a success, that the land should be secured well, and we shall begin to enjoy ourselves in the land. May God continue protecting you and increase your effort in the mighty name of Jesus. I continue praying for them, everyone. And like what our brother said, that if you are a minister outside the country, follow them where it is now. I enjoy it so much. Where your priesthood garment, go with them, because they will understand that this is my people. My land is on fire. My land is littered with blood. Scores is everywhere. Score of people are everywhere. Different tombs, different grave, mass grave is everywhere. When they wear their regalia and entering each office or senator or anybody that is connected to government, I am telling you, it will speak bold. It will speak loud. It will speak loud. Everybody in diaspora should wake up. As far as you're a minister, as far as you're a minister of this gospel, rise up. We should not be praying for people outside. The people outside, Ukraine or whoever, what the killing they are receiving is too small. They are giving them aid. Nobody is helping us. They are coming to kill us anyhow. Carry it and go there. Let them know. That's why we have reason. We pray in our closet, in our church. We will go and do the work with our leg. Let us go to each country we are into, join them and go to offices. Then we know that things are happening. Thank you. I think I will yield the mic now.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother, Apostle Stephen. Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. I appreciate you so much, and I thank everyone that have been part of this program today. We have spent more than 3 hours here, and we are rounding up on the program. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect everyone that has contributed on this program in one way or the other. I thank everyone that have played a role on this program today. Please, if you have not yet shared this program, kindly like and share. Very, very important. You never can tell. You know that the social media network is not our friend. They don't want our message to go out. But by you helping to share and liking, it will help us to reach out to other people. We have thousands of people that are subscribed to this channel, but when we come in line, they are being shadow banned and they cannot see us online. That is why we don't have viewers. And the only way we can overcome this is for you to help us to share the program, like and share, so that we can defeat the enemy. The United States of Biafra has activated self-defense. Self-defense is your right, supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law, supported by Nigerian law itself. We must hold on to our self-defense and never give it up. Die with honor and not like a slave. We must fight like heroes and die like heroes. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every Biafran that have participated on this program, wherever you participated from. I say, may Chukwu come and guide and protect you. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandekan. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will guide and protect every one of them. Thank you so much for being part of this program. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Remain blessed and see you again next time.
Simon Ekpa, only Biafrans now only Biafra. Oh, Biafra. Simon Ekpa got the one no one. Biafra got the Biafra